Hi all. So there is something called as FHIR bundle. Some people might have heard of it. Okay. So FHIR is also called as FHIR. So these two terms are very common. This FHIR and HL7 technology. So HL7 is one of the versions. Actually, HL7 was previously there, and then came this FHIR. So these are actually the standards which will help in the exchange of health information or exchange of health data. Okay, because health data is something where if the patient is diagnosed and if he is treated, if some disease is there and if they are not comfortable with the particular hospital, they can show it in some other hospital, and where their data will get exchanged. I mean, their data will be available, which was previously there in their old uh, hospitals. Okay. So what happens is normally in the healthcare industry, these are some important terms. Okay, but it is purely technical. So it's a standard which helps in exchange of information, and there are certain codings which is done actually. HL7 is one of the technology. FHIR is also one of the technology. Okay, so it's just a basic thing which I wanted to share. So if you're a business analyst and if you're not really technical, okay, just try to know the basic of the thing. Okay, if you little bit know the basic, that is also good. It's not something that you have to know, but it's good to know information. Okay. So what happens is in the FHIR, it's called as FHIR bundle. So there are certain resources which is used. Okay. Like for example, patient will do their. I mean, in the hospital normally they do the registration of the patient. The registration of the patient, there are certain processes. Okay. After registration, it will go to nurse, from nurse to doctor. So there are certain processes and there are certain fields also which is entered. Each and every field, okay, it will have some resources. It can be any number of resources depending upon the application. That particular resources is mainly connected with this FHIR, okay, or you can also call it as FHIR. So in the FHIR, what happens is there is a small programming language, and that is called as JSON, which is being used. Okay. So this JSON is very similar to your HTML context. Okay. And there is something called as XML also. But mainly in if FHIR, JSON is used. This is a sort of programming language which you can easily find out if you search in Google called FHIR. You'll get a number of information. So it may not be very useful for writing the business requirement document, but it's good to know information. If you want to learn to write a technical document, that time it might be useful. So this is so HS7 was there, and FHIR is also, it's a bundling actually, bundling or exchanging of health information. Thank you.